Well, hello. My name is Jennifer Espinoza. I am 20 years old now. I was 18 years old when I started the tour with Queen Extravaganza through a contest. If y'all didn't know, yes, I just did say y'all because I am from Texas. And I do look different because I do change my appearance here and there a lot.
I love your boots.
Thank you. My boots. Which actually kind of got destroyed in the snow 5 months ago in Quebec. It happens, but so it's very different to be here in Canada during the summer. It's just so different to see people wearing shorts. It's very, very hot. Yes, I'll get up on stage. Okay, yeah, I am small, so. So the contest was, I mean, I didn't know about it, and my friend actually called my mom and said, hey, there's a Queen contest on YouTube. And I was like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna try that because it's probably just some, you know, something not real, like not a real contest. It's like already set up, blah, 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 because that's how contests usually are. And then she said, well, Roger Taylor put it together. And I was like, I dropped whatever I was doing and said, what? Oh, well, in that case, all right, I'll check it out. So I checked it out, I saw Mark Martel, and I said, I stand no chance against this guy. He sounds just like Freddie. And he brought tears to me. I was like, oh my God, he sounds just like Freddie. It's so incredible. And, you know, I didn't think I stood a chance at all, but I was like, you know what? I love Queen. I'm just gonna take the chance and I'll do it. So I went to my friends. I set up in the dining room, just with a karaoke track or whatever. I did Somebody to Love because that was one of the song selections. And it's like, I won't bother checking it. I told my mom, just check it for me, let's see what happens. She said, hey, guess what? You made it to the second round. It's like, what? Are you serious? I made it to the second round? And I'm just in shock, so I said, all right, I guess, what's the next song selections, you know? Said, oh, this song, this song, this song. So I said, all right, I guess I'll just do Crazy Little Thing Called Love. So I did that one. I kind of got dressed up for that one, wore a little dress and a little jacket, some sunglasses, threw on a little show. And then I made it to the third round, which was in LA, the final audition. We all had like band setups, different. It was about 24 of us total that made it to the final audition. And I happened to be one of the vocalists of 9, I believe. Plus the musicians sang as well, and it was just incredible to meet all these incredible musicians and vocalists. Oh my God, whew. And so they set up all the different bands. There was about 4 or 5 of us of the bands. I don't know if anybody kept up with that. I didn't.
I didn't.
I was just there and said, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever y'all tell me to do. And so they called up the last band and said, I want this person from this band, this person from this band, such as like the guitar player from band A, bass player from band B, drummer from band C, so, you know, and so on. And they put us all in the last band, and that was the Queen Extravaganza, of everyone they picked from each band. And I happened to be one of them, and I was super excited. I didn't think I was gonna make it, even on that final audition, because I had no idea what was going on. They just said, so we need you again. So I was like, okay. I was a little, you know, shaking. I didn't know what to expect. And they said, all right, well, I'm gonna send y'all home. And of course I met Roger there, and I cried my ass off. I actually had him blushing because I was crying. Oh my God, because I met you. Oh my God. I don't even know what I was saying. On one of the audition videos, there's an interview and you could hear me crying in the background. It's so embarrassing. I can't tell you what video, but I just remember watching it and saying, oh my God, is that me crying in the background? Dear Lord. So we went home and they said, all right, we'll send you an email like in 2 days or so, let you know if you made it or not. So I told my mom, I'm not gonna make it, but if I do, just knock on my door, tell me I made it, or if I didn't. She's like, okay. So I'm in bed in the morning, I'm kind of half asleep, and she comes knocking on the door, and I wake up instantly. What happened? Is it good or is it bad? She's like, Jennifer. I'm like, yes. You made it to the final round, you're in the band. And it says welcome to the band on the email. I'm like, oh my God, I just start crying. Oh my God, I'm in the band. I'm wanting to cry right now just because I'm remembering how great that feeling was, and the opportunities, man, I tell you what. But, I mean, that's pretty much what I have to say right now. Does anyone have any questions?
Were you the only female singer that auditioned?
At the auditions, there was a total of 3 vocalists, female vocalists.
Yeah.
It was me, Michelle, and I forget her name. Her name's crazy. But yeah, there was a total of 3 of us. Yeah. So, I mean, that kind of gave me a feeling of maybe, you know.
Maybe.
There might be a chance if there's more than one female vocalist, they want something different.
They were looking for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was like, oh my God, I think I stand a chance. Oh my God, oh my God. Does anyone have any more questions?
Jürgen, why are you wandering up and down here?
No, I'm looking for a second microphone.
Oh, that's a good point.
So, you said what happened when you met Roger, but then what happened when you met Brian?
Oh, when I met Brian, he actually came to our first audition for the American Idol in LA. And I had the same reaction. I was like, he's so beautiful. It's Brian. And I started crying again like a little wuss that I am. And he's just so down to earth. He's like my uncle or something. He grabs me and he picks me up and he hugs me like I'm his kid. And he kisses my hand and he puts me down and he just goes,
I can see the happy note.
yeah, I'm like, I love you. And yeah, you had a question.
So prior to this, and it's probably true of a lot of the people that were involved, in your regular life, were you planning on doing something else and you just had to put the brakes on that? Like, were you planning on going to school, and, you know, what were your plans prior to all of this happening?
I actually had, I have a demo. It's not out yet. I might do some changes to it actually, because I recorded it when I was about 15 to, actually, when I was 14, I started recording it. I was like 16, something like that.
A bit like Roger's album then, it takes a while.
What was that?
A bit like Roger's album, it's going to take a while.
Exactly, it's gonna take a while. And yeah, I had to put that aside. My producer was like, you know what, you have this great opportunity, it's doors opening for you, go ahead, just go do your thing, and when you come back, I'll be waiting for you. And I said, all right, that's cool, thank you. But yeah, that's my only project. But yeah, that's the only project I had besides that. It's gonna be waiting for me, hopefully. He put a lot of money into that, so hopefully it'll be waiting for me. Does anyone else have questions?
Freddie, you have to walk faster.
For the Queen Extravaganza, did you guys all have a set songs you were singing night to night, or did they rotate? Did you get to choose the songs you were singing? Like, how did that happen?
At first, they had a set list for us. It was about 36 songs, which is what, like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that, right? After they saw what we can do, they saw my register, which I have a very, very low register, and they said, all right, well, you know what, you can carry these low songs pretty well, we'll give you this song, and the guys can sing certain songs, like Tyler Warren, for one, the drummer, his voice is incredible. He can reach Roger's highs like nobody except Roger. So, you know, after that, after they saw what we can do, they said, yeah, how about y'all just put in y'all's own suggestion songs and stuff. I said, cool, because there's some songs that they gave me, I was like, I don't know if I could do that. Maybe this song, so yeah. They had a set list for us, and then we just threw in our own songs and started rotating them from then, but whenever it's a set, and we do that every night. Any questions from anyone?
Have you always been a Queen fan?
Yeah, pretty much. Because actually, it is from the movie Wayne's World where I first heard Queen. What year did Wayne's World come out? Does anybody know?
91.
Was it 91? Okay, I was born 93, so pretty much since I was born, I've been watching that movie.
I'm not worthy.
We're not worthy. That's exactly how I felt too when I met Roger and Brian. I'm not worthy. We suck. But yeah, I mean,
So you've grown up with Queen, basically.
yeah. I mean, just classic rock in general. Any more questions?
Did you get your tattoo before Extravaganza or after?
It was after.
Tattoo?
Yeah. Okay. I'm showing you the tattoo. There's my tattoo.
Awesome.
That is the day of the races.
Lovely.
Yeah, we saw it on American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They told me to turn around.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna close up with the camera. I don't know if they did. Did they? Did they close up with the camera?
Yeah, they did.
We're gonna zoom in on it.
What was it like, the American Idol experience thing? What was that like?
It was very different. I've never done TV shows ever.
Live
so,
TV.
what was that?
It was live TV too.
Yeah, and I did not know what to expect. I mean, we were like, okay, they said, all right, we're ready for you to go on stage. So we go stand on stage for about 2 minutes, something like that, and the crowd's just looking at us like, I'm like,
Why are you there?
yeah, why are you staring at me like that? Like, isn't there supposed to be some kind of cheering or something? But they're waiting for cameras to come on so they can start cheering because it's all set, you know? And I was like, what the heck is going on? I had no idea. Because I've never been on a TV show. The only like TV I've ever been on was like the news or something like that, but nothing with a crowd.
Really?
So it was weird. Yeah, it was very, very weird, very different.
Okay.
Any more questions? Yes, we have a question over here.
We saw you in Montreal,
Mhm.
it was like the middle of January.
Yeah.
And we heard you are touring. Oh, we heard you. We saw the Extravaganza in Montreal at the Bell Center.
Oh,
And it
awesome.
was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge, right? Was that one of the bigger audiences that you ever played?
Yes, that was our second biggest audience. Our first big audience was, I believe, in Vegas. We actually filled out the entire arena at a casino. But the thing is, it was only so big because everyone got their tickets handed out to them.
Oh, I see.
Nobody paid to see us because, you know, I'm just not that good.
And how did you like you went further, you went into Quebec, right?
Yeah.
How did the weather affect you guys? Well, you were in a bus, right? In the middle of January? in Quebec?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. We didn't do so much traveling during that. That was like a week staying in Quebec, but they did keep the buses running just so they couldn't
Yeah.
stay heated, so that they won't have like a breakdown. In which they kind of did because it was just so cold. When we were staying there, the low was -45.
Yeah.
And I walked in -15, and it was just so stinky. It was not anything like Texas weather. It's humid, it's hot. Right now it's over 100 over there. I don't even want to talk about it. So I'm glad to be here because it's so fresh.
You guys were thrown together as a band that didn't know anyone else.
Yeah.
Do you get on?
Do we get along?
Do you all get along?
Yeah.
In honesty, do you get along? A little bit of honesty.
Okay, I'll give you honesty. At first, we were all shy to meet up with each other, sure. But we got along and we became a huge family within like the next 2 weeks. We all really, really got along, except for, I'm not gonna say any names, but there is one. I see some cameras, so I'm not gonna say any names.
No names, no names. I'll ask you later.
There is one of them, we kind of like throw some stuff back at each other, like calling each other names and stuff, kidding around, but sometimes it gets out of hand. Other than that,
A bunch of school kids, really, then.
What was
A bunch
that?
of school kids.
Yeah.
You're coming to Europe, aren't you? England.
Yeah, we
Are you
are.
excited?
I'm very, very excited. I've never.
I'm quite excited because I've never seen you guys. I mean, all these people have seen you, so
Oh,
the ticket sales will be good. That's going to be quite exciting, isn't it?
It was awesome.
Yes. I'm super excited for that. I've never crossed these, so just.
Any more questions anyway? Oh, there's one there.
This lady here with the shiny shirt.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, so I saw the first version of the tour, and I
Yeah.
know that a couple of people have moved on to other projects. So how's that affected the dynamics of the group?
Well, I mean, at first it was more of a huge production rather than a concert. So, I mean, it was more of a show. It's hard to explain.
A show, not a gig.
Yeah, something like that. As for it being affected on us, we had to put a lot more work into it the second time around, but we only had 5 days of rehearsal to do it, which was very tough. But they gave me and Tyler more songs because they cut a few out of the members, of the singing members. We got more songs, we got more harmonies and stuff like that. Brian on guitar had a crap load more to do. It's just so hard to do Brian May's stuff on one guitar, the entire show. And they did cut some songs. They made it to an hour and a half set instead of a 2.5 hour set, which is great on us. But I do wish that the set was longer, just because I love performing, especially Queen songs. But yeah, it took a huge effect on us, learning all those.
Well, I saw you in DC, front row and center. So it was an amazing
awesome.
show, and it was an awesome place to do it. So I was real pleased. I'm glad I got to see it the first round before you lost people.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
hoping to get to see it again, but it hasn't come close enough to me yet. So
Oh,
I'm sure it will.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Yeah, I got to see you guys last year in Detroit. It was a wonderful show. A few years back, we had done what was your favorite Queen song? And I think at Breakthru, or one of the early ones, maybe even Queen Vention back in the 90s, and March of the Black Queen was voted as the favorite Queen song. So how do you feel about being able to sing what is my personal favorite Queen song, March of the Black Queen? Because you had that little snippet in the middle of the song where you got to, by yourself, just do that song. How do you feel about that?
That was my favorite song to do. That was my jam. That was when I took center stage and I was like, all right, it's my turn. I'm gonna just be dominant on this song because that song is just so awesome. I was really sad that we only did like the last bit of it. I would like to do the whole thing, but there is a lot of tongue twister kind of things in that song. Just
Maybe later.
What was that?
Maybe later.
Maybe later, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It was like, I need to tell Spike that we want to do the entire song. I mean, honestly, all of Sheer Heart Attack would be cool to do. And Queen too. I'm like, dude, we gotta do like all these songs, man. Just like do albums each like tour. Just do an album per tour.
She's got good taste.
But yeah, that was like my favorite song to do then. Now it's Dragon Attack, like that's my main song now, so I'm like, I'm just gonna rock this one now. Any more questions?
I think we're done.
No?
What's your solo stuff like? Your own stuff?
Oh, good point.
Well, the ones that my producer was helping me with, he actually had other artists do them. They're kind of like hand-me-downs. They were kind of like rock ballad songs, which I do like them, but I'm more into this kind of stuff, like classic rock, more heavy stuff, more than ballads. I really love like the rock and stuff, you know what I mean?
You don't want to do Whaley Women, do you? You don't want to do Mariah Carey and all that?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you write your own stuff? Any of your own stuff?
I used to, but ever since I got a job when I was 16, things just kind of fell for me with my writing. I would love to start writing again, but I just don't have the time for it ever. But when I do write, I would like to have like a classic rock feel, but with horns, kind of like ska.
Okay.
But with classic rock, I think that'd be a cool combination.
What other stuff do you like? What other bands, classic rock bands, do you sing?
Do I sing? I cover Pat Benatar, Heart, Journey.
Yeah. Who's your favorite band?
my favorite band of all time,
Apart from Queen.
apart from Queen. This is gonna shock you. This, my favorite band is Metallica.
Heavy metal chick, I love it.
And it's so hard to say, like, what are my favorite bands? Because I just have
I've got
so
so
many.
many.
I just have so many. Because I'm just a huge classic rock fan because
Brilliant.
just all the power in the guitars, the power in the vocals, especially Queen. God.
Especially.
Whew, because all of the harmonies, who does that these days, right?
No.
Nobody does that these days. All right. Well, does anybody have any more questions before I take off?
No, you need a drink now, love.
Yeah, I need some drinks. Let's do that.
Are you gonna be singing tonight?
Yes, I am going to be singing
yeah,
tonight.
she better.
I better see y'all there. Thank you all.
She's adorable, isn't she?